back. We got a lot of fun questions from the fans. First one up, who is a favorite small town team out there that you'd love to see more of?
I like what Chris King is doing right now. The guy's a full-time fireman and was silly enough to invest in a nitro funny car. And I knew Chris when he was driving Top Alcohol. I like when people say, I have this dream and I'm willing to work for it. And there's a guy that was able to do that. I'm a big Dale Creasy Jr. fan too. I love independent teams that come out and compete at a high level. It keeps the sport fresh.
Another fan asked, why elevator repair? What brought you into that trade?
When I was 15, I had a neighbor, Buzz Brockway, one of the coolest guys I know, helped me out with a lot of the mechanical stuff for my El Camino. And I always noticed he had a nice house and nice stuff all the time. Like, how does somebody afford that? And he started taking my brother and I on night calls. He worked for a large elevator company. I thought, this is kind of cool. So when I took the test to go in the military, and I scored high enough that the Air Force let me pick the job that I wanted to go into, I went to my neighbor. I said, hey, what would give me the qualifications when I come out that I could fix elevators? And I did that, and I did that.
Jay wants to know, what's it like filling in for John?
Filling in for John, the greatest honor any drag racer could ever have. And I was unemployed in the cockpit for 3 years, 9 months. And the acknowledgement that you will never, ever replace the person whose car you're driving. And it's finding that balance, and I'm cool with that.
Gary wants to know, after being out of the seat so long, what did it feel like to get back in it?
Gary, getting out of the seat, you might think the toughest thing getting back in after 3 years, 9 months would be the driving the car. And then people say, no, it's like riding a bike. I'm here to tell you guys it ain't like riding a bike. There's no bikes that fast. And there's a lot of responsibility. But, and plus, I hadn't thought about driving a car for 3.5 years. When I was a driver, even during the off season, I practiced driving the car so that when we came back for preseason testing, I wasn't that rusty. I didn't practice. I was really rusty, but I went with the crew chiefs over every single fundamental that I needed to do. Everything on the warm-up, everything on the run, and I practiced it a bunch. The toughest thing was getting strapped in that car with a helmet, fire suit, and getting crushed with those harnesses. I hated that the first 2 times. After a while, you start to get used to it, but that was by far the toughest thing.
I hope I pronounced his name right. Please tell him Ray Ocon says hi.
So Raymond and I go back to elementary school and Cub Scouts, and my mother was the den mother, and I had lost touch with Ray for, I don't know, 20, 25 years until I was driving 15 years ago and he reached out. So Ray, it's Jack from the Cub Scouts. I don't even remember what the Cub Scout sign was, but fun memories.